top of the morning. But it's the afternoon out here. Hold on. I guess it won't let me do it that way. Yeah, man. I don't be going live like that. I don't know why, I just don't be liking that shit, but a lot of people be asking me to go live and shit. So I decided I'm gonna go live with y'all. I'm trying to get something to eat. Peace. Into the crisis. What's up, my brother? So yeah, I'm about to go get me some tacos. And I decided to go live about this China Mac and Charleston white thing. It's like a lot of, I live in the South, right? I live in the South. A lot of older black people are racist out here. A lot of older white people are racist out here. When you go back into the older generations, like the grandparents and all that, they still hold that racism like it was back in the days when they was hanging blacks out here and all that. You know, so I've seen it like in the prison system when I was out here. We had a CO. She was there longer than any other COs, but she wasn't a white shirt. A white shirt was like a captain, you know what I'm saying? A lieutenant. She wasn't a white shirt. She ain't hold no rank, but she had like pull. She had like more pull than the white shirts because she been there for so long. But she hated white people. You know what I'm saying? We used to call her Auntie Roro. Her name was Miss Williams. She was at Gulf CI. And she hated white people, bro. Like, we was doing our 1-2 in there, you know what I mean, with the K2 and all that. And she would just blame the white boys. She was like, I know it's y'all Aryans bringing that shit in, and I'm gonna get y'all. So anything that was being done wrong, she would try to put it on the white boys. You know what I'm saying? And it goes from being that racism. And it don't surprise me how Charleston be talking. You know what I'm saying? He's more like a shock value type of person, so he's disrespecting. My thing is this: if you gonna come out as somebody or a group of people or the individual, because China Mac is saying this ain't got nothing to do with blacks or Asians, this is just a Charleston white China Mac thing. So if you coming at these people, bro, you gotta like stand on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand on that shit. You cannot just come at a certain group of people or a person and not stand on that. And then you cancel your show. I think the show got canceled. Maybe the event has something to do with it. Charleston said he canceled it himself because he couldn't take no weapons with him over there to New York and all this and that. I mean, you could buy a knife out there. You could, take your little mace that you be running around with and all that type of shit. But if you're talking so much about these people and New York is so soft and New York is this and China Mac ain't shit and all this and that, then what you scared of? Why would you stop your money, your payday? You know what I'm saying? You went to Chicago, supposedly you went to Chicago and you been talking about Chicago forever. You know, but at the end of the day, it seems like Charleston does more damage than he does good. You know what I mean? And I always said that, and I know that nigga be watching my page too. You know what I'm saying? You know how I know? Because he be having all these weapons, right? Charleston don't know how to use none of them weapons. Charleston just get on the internet and he just starts acting out. You know what I'm saying? He got his little mace. Like he got a little gun that shoots mace pellets or some shit like that. And he just starts running around the room, pointing it and shooting it and acting out like he's finna do something. So then he got all these little knives and shit like that he be pulling out and all this shit, bro. So I've been doing videos. I ain't done one in a few because the weather and things like that out here and all that. With my crossbows, shooting the crossbows. You know what I'm saying? Because I shoot the crossbows and you know, I was trying to do the hunting videos and how to catch, clean, and kill. But I had an issue with that because I try to get my hunting license. You got to have a hunting license out here. You know, maybe you can go to somebody's property out here and you can do your own little thing on the slide and shit like that. But in order to go out to these places and go hunting, you need your hunter's license. And in order to take your hunter's license, you got to take a firearm safety course. Everybody know I'm a felon. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So it kind of messed me up in what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna put some catch clean cooks, and I'm living off the land for y'all. Cause shit finna get real. But anyway, my point was this. I was posting the videos of the crossbows and all this and that. And lo and behold, like a week later, 2 weeks later, guess who come out with a crossbow in his video? Charleston White. He talking about, y'all niggas don't know how to use this and this and that. So he's trying to use the crossbow. I know how to use a crossbow because I shoot them all the time. Go on my videos and you see them. And he's not using it right. He's not holding it right. First of all, he don't even know how to cock the shit. So I'm like, man, this dude be capping, bro. I'm like, yo, this dude just buys weapons. He don't know how to use them, and he just shows you the weapons, and he says he's rolling around with them and all that. But at the end of the day, he don't know how to use them. You know what I mean? So the knife and shit like that, everybody know how to use a knife and all that. But like all them other weapons, I'll be like he had that nightstick the police had. He ain't know how to put it back in. You know how it slides out, and you got to slam it against the floor for it to slide back in. He ain't know how to do that. He was hitting the tiles in his house, and I'm like, damn, but whoever house that is, boy, he finna fuck up they tiles, bro. You know what I mean? But so he throws this racist shot at China Mac. China Mac is trying to exclude all black people from the situation, and he's just saying it's Charleston White and me. You know what I'm saying? Charleston's trying to bring in a whole race of people, and he's causing a division on social media and in real time. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people that actually follow and listen to him. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that his platforms don't have a lot of followers, but on the programs that he goes, like to Say Cheese and all them, he gets millions of views. And he also says pedophile shit, because I noticed what he said to Mav Hoffa and about his daughters. And the people that stand behind him, like, I keep saying this is not a character. He keeps saying, yo, this is a character. This is just a character. Nah, this is him getting away with what he really want to say. You know what I'm saying? He really feels like this. So he tries to say he's a character so he could get away with saying it on social media. You know what I'm saying? And he can get away with saying it, but he really feels like this. People do not say, bro, yo, people do not say, I'm about to stick my in your daughter's mouth and she's 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? 7 years old daughter. People don't play like that, bro. You do not play like that, bro. I don't care who you is, my nigga. You do not play like that, bro, with children, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't go out there, if I'm beefing with a nigga, I'm be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yo, I remember Big Smalls had a verse on his song, and he said some old fly shit like that, and I never liked it, that shit. Biggie said two lines that I ain't like. He said the most gayest line in hip-hop, which was, you so fine, I'm sucking your daddy's dick. And then he said, don't you know my niggas kidnap kids, fuck them in their ass, throw them over the bridge. I was like, hey, nigga, why you rapping about that shit, nigga? If that was really going on, why you rapping about that shit? Niggas don't play like that, bro. Niggas don't talk like that. If we beefing, we beefing. Ain't nobody gonna say they gonna slide a joint in your daughter's mouth. So for him to get on social media and say that, and then he wants to be like, and I understand he pulled a card of Mav Hoffa, had a whole situation with some rape case that he never got convicted of or whatever. I'm a firm believer where there's smoke, there's fire, but allegedly, everything's alleged. At the end of the day, there's no pressure. You really can't, you know what I'm saying? You really can't deflect with that. What you said, you talking about molesting a little girl, bro. 2 little girls. A grown man. You telling a man you want to molest his daughters. Character. There's certain things that could cost you your life playing around with people, bro. Understand? I seen people damn near get killed, bro, over honey buns, over soups. I seen people get stabbed up. I seen people leave on a stretcher. I've seen people leave life flighted on a helicopter from the wreck yard. over snacks. You heard? Over snacks. So what you think people will do to you about their kids? Huh? What you think people will do to you about their kids? Charleston White says the Bloods are only tough in California. The folks, the GDs and the BDs is only tough in Chicago. When they go to Atlanta, they get killed. Right? You're only tough in Texas. In Fort Worth. A little ass place. You're only tough there. Because you cancel your shit in New York. After you talk all greasy about New York. And then you want to talk about China Mac. Now you infiltrate. Now you not infiltrated. Now you insulted the whole Asian community. The Asian community is big in New York, and they were strong. They were strong. Yeah, y'all seen them old movies and them Asians. They don't play. You know what I'm saying? So even in Cali, the Asians are strong, the triads and all that. But you only tough in Texas. You understand what I'm saying? You're only tough where you can carry a gun. Because you said in New York they won't let you bring a gun. So you don't want to go. You want to go where you can carry a gun at. But you got to face that music at some point. You know what I'm saying? I seen the Cali Bloods go to Texas and sit down with you. I ain't see you go to Cali and sit down with no. You go to Cali and you go to all these places and you hide and you sneak and you slide in. And you got security. You don't got no nigga nation. You keep talking about this nigga nation shit. Where they at? The old man that you look up to, that you put up on that's it. And for the people that's standing behind him, saying that he gonna molest somebody's daughter. And y'all still support this cat. Y'all crazy, bro. It's just to show you a lot of the shit, like within the Zulu nation, where Hassan came out and said some shit about Bam, and he's saying this, and y'all also like supporting Bam. It's kind of the same situation. Charleston White said he wouldn't molest Math Hopper's daughter, and y'all standing behind this man because every now and then he says some valid points, right? That takes away from everything that he's saying, bro. All the hatred, all the chomo shit you saying, all that pedophile shit is not respectable as any color man, not just the black man, Spanish man, white man. Any man saying some shit like that is not respected. So why y'all supporting this? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all supporting this? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. You know what I mean? It just seemed like a bunch of lost people looking for somebody to follow, and somebody say some old shit that sound kind of fly. Now you jumping on his bandwagon. And then say some old, I'm gonna stick my dick in Math Hoffa's daughter's mouth. Charleston go through it. But I respect China Mac for standing up for his people. And I see a lot of people coming to China Mac talking about he want to be black, he want to be this, he want to be. A lot of y'all ain't never been in New York. Because everybody in New York is like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can get a Mexican that grew up in New York come out and he's gonna talk like that. China Mac's gonna talk like that because he's from New York. You know what I mean? I don't know why people hate New York so much, but a lot of y'all ain't never been there. And if you would, you would see it's a melting pot of people, bro. And it's just the way they talk, the way they are. Go this way. That ain't China Mac trying to be black. That's China Mac from the Lower East Side. China Mac is from New York, nigga. China Mac did time of 10 years in prison in New York for shooting somebody. You understand? So he grew up in the slums. He's a product of his environment. It's not that he's trying to be black. That's who the man is. And there's a lot of them in New York like that. There's a lot of people in New York like that, bro. That's different. That's not black. But if I was to put them on speakerphone and aim the phone at you, you can't see them, and you just hear them, you would think they black. Then when you look at them, you're like, oh shit. It ain't that he's trying to be black, it's just he's a product of his environment, you know what I mean? So he grew up in the mecca of hip-hop, bro. New York. Breakdancing, graffiti, rapping. Oh, he raps, he's trying to be black. No, nigga. He grew up in the mecca of hip-hop, bro. That's like niggas in New York saying, y'all trying to be like niggas from New York because y'all rapping. Y'all ain't start that shit, nigga. Ain't none of y'all started, ain't no other state start that. New York started that. So New York could get on here and say, oh, the rest of the world's trying to be like New York because y'all all rapping. None of y'all was rapping. Y'all ain't bring that shit out. We brought that shit out, right? So New York can say that, right? You see the logic? But yeah, I think Charleston just an industry plant. You know what I'm saying? And it's here to cause confusion and cause division, and in a time where a lot of people are starting to wake up. You know, a lot of people are starting to wake up and switch their messages and all that. You can see it in rappers. You can see it in some of these young rappers. Even like XX Tentacion, that he got killed. If you listen to the man speak, not his music, if you listen to him talk and he starts talking about frequencies and he's talking about, that was a young boy that was enlightened. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them like that that's coming out now, that's seeing shit and switching shit, and they're switching their messages and they're learning. So in the middle of all that, now here comes this industry plant that wants to cause chaos in the hip hop community. Why you don't do that shit? You from Texas, ain't you? Ain't you from Texas? Why you don't do that shit in the country community? Y'all wear cowboy hats and cowboy boots and listen to country music. Why you don't do that in the country music scene? Why you came to the hip hop scene to do that? You know what I mean? And anybody that says they gonna molest a little kid, man, we gonna rock with that, bro. So all y'all people that stand behind that and say that that's just a character, y'all stupid. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stupid, because that ain't no character. The man's put here for a reason to cause chaos and division. You know what I'm saying? He said that China Mac called the FBI on him or some shit like that. I seen the video real quick. I couldn't hear the shit. But what are the chances that some random person, he looked like he was across the street kind of far away, was zooming in, knew that the police had Charleston White, the FBI. They knew that was Charleston White, and they was recording. How convenient, from across the street. Charleston White put his hands on the car. They was supposed to be searching him, and I think he was talking to the cops. That's all I seen. But the car that had him stopped was an SUV, and y'all know how the police cars look. They like black in the back and black in the front, and they white doors. The feds don't ride like that. Those are police cars. The feds don't ride around. The feds don't ride around in police cars. That was a regular police car. So after China Mac did a video telling him, pull up, the show got canceled. He said he canceled the show. Now all of a sudden he said the feds ran up on him. And you expect me to believe China Mac called the police on you? That's a narrative you're spinning, allegedly, that China Mac had the FBI run down on you. Man, China Mac, why would he have the FBI run down on you? China Mac's a convict. Why would he have the FBI get involved? You understand what I'm saying? I won't be surprised if China Mac just falls completely back from this whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because the feds, you're saying, you're bringing attention federally already. You're already saying the feds stopped me. You're tagging them in your title, and it look like a regular police car. It look like no feds, and you're already bringing federal eyes. You know what I'm saying, to the situation. So like, I would fall back. I'd be like, you know what? I won't even deal with this cat because he already. You know he ain't gonna show up. You know he ain't gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? So Charleston's like that guy, bro, when you in jail and there's two guys about to fight and one of them's mad loud and he's screaming and hollering and beating on his chest and all that shit. So the police could look and be like, what's going on? And then break it up before it even starts. That's Charleston White. And then he'll start selling you out while the police there and call you a pussy nigga, a fuck nigga, whoop they hold me back. You know what I'm saying? He'll have his homeboy holding him back and he's acting all tough and huffing, puffing and all that. That's the type of cat that is. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of cat that is, bro. You said you rape white women. You said you molest not China Mac, Man Papa's daughters. Like, yo, you just like, you seem like a sexual predator all the way around, bro. You know what I'm saying? You seem like a sexual predator all the way around, because dudes don't say no shit like that, bro. Especially dudes that work with children. Dudes that get children out of jail, that work with kids, huh? That go to the kids' schools, huh? Dudes that work with children. Dudes that work with kids do not get on social media and say they're gonna stick their dick in somebody's 6-year-old daughter's mouth. Then you want to say that you work with kids. Yeah, I do all this shit for the community, for the kids, and nobody else do nothing, and I do this, and I get kids out of jail, but you talking about molesting kids, bro? You talking about molesting kids and raping women, but you work with. If I was a city official, if I was like anything with the city or whatever the hell, I don't know who the people you say you work with is, or the school board or whatever the fuck it is, and you said some shit like that, boy, you never come to my school ever would I mess with you, bro. I have a picture of you, like they do in the store, in the corner store. You know when they go in the corner store and they say they got a picture of the nigga that stole some shit. Yeah, that be you. That'll be you. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm finna. Y'all gonna chop. That be you, boy. Have your picture right in front of the school, a poster board. Don't let this pedophile in. Hold on. Dame 3 tacos asadas. Sí, con todo. Dame una sola también. Un Sprite. Un Sprite. Sí. Like a taco truck, homie. Taco truck. Real Mexican tacos. Not those white people tacos. With cheese and shit. Yo, how y'all doing out here on Saturday, man?
¿Hay Coca-Cola? ¿Quiere Coca-Cola?
Sí, está bien, está bien. I was trying to ceramic coat my car today, and it's about to rain, so that ain't gonna happen. Well, y'all go check out my website. It's www.trueflytire.com. I got these shades on there. I got them in all colors. I just wore the pink joints because I got a pink shirt on, pink hat. This is my boy's. ¿Está bien? Oh shit. This is my boy's clothing brand of 44 Real. 44 Real. Repping my boy. Shout out to my boy T-Rex. Hey, listen. Support your locals, man, you know? I know y'all niggas be wanting to wear Gucci and all that shit like that, man, but you got somebody around the corner from you chasing their dreams too, nigga. And that's designer too. It's custom. Ain't nobody got that shit. You don't see that shit in the store. Support your local. You know what I mean? Support your local people, man. Stop being a hater. Go to my website. I got these in dark colors, light colors. I got all kinds of sunglasses and hats and shit like that. I gotta hit the barber shop. Hey, listen. But anyway, I would never, ever want a nigga like Charleston White around my kids. After you done said you gonna stick your Frank in man Papa's daughter's mouth, boy, you crazy. We on a trail, nigga, in Orlando. It's the whole stroll. Orange Blossom Trail. Those that know, where I go down at. We in the hood. We in the hood. Huh? But yeah, man, I'll never, ever want you around my kids. And then you gonna come tell me, oh, don't worry about what I be saying on the internet. What the fuck is on my fucking finger? Yeah, nah, that's just the character. That's just the character. I ain't mean that. Nah, man. You don't play like that. I don't care what character you is, nigga. What, you the pedophile character? Is you the pedophile character? That's what I don't know. Is you the sexual deviant character? Cause so far you've been raping white women and trying to molest Math Hoffa's daughter. Shout out to Math Hoffa for calmly addressing that situation. You know what I mean? He calmly addressed that whole situation online. He ain't shoot no threats and nothing like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to Math Hoffa for being humble. And not losing it online. You know what I mean? Cause shit. That's some serious shit. Hey, dame mía. Oh, okay, gracias, man. That's some serious shit, bro. To play with somebody's kids and say some shit like that. That's something I'm gonna come get you, nigga. I'm gonna hunt you down. You heard? Like, you can't say no shit like that to somebody's kids, bro. You wildin'. You definitely wildin'. Peace, peace, peace. I got beautiful receipts that we help create hip hop. Facts, man, facts. I mean, you got old school pioneers that come on here and say Puerto Ricans help create hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I know Charlie Chase personally. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Chase, he stay out in Tampa. You know what I'm saying? He was running with the Culture Shock Zulus and all that back then. They ain't Zulu no more. They just Culture Shock now. They stepped away from the Zulu Nation. But he was messing with the Tampa brothers out there. And I've met Charlie Chase on numerous occasions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know him, like, been on stage with him, all that. But what I'm saying is this, I don't know him like, yo, I can call him right now. I don't got his number, nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? And all the events we always had, see, we was doing the merchandise for the East Coast of the Zulu Nation, which was me and Zulu King David. You know what I'm saying? It was under his merchant ID. In order to do merchandise for the Zulu Nation, you had to have a merchant ID. You just couldn't just do shit on your own. So we was doing a lot of the merchandise for the whole East Coast, including Zulu Warrior Security, they shirts and all that. And on the West Coast was Last Man. You know what I'm saying? So we was doing a lot of merch for them. And I blessed Charlie with a bunch of medallions and all that, because he was always at the events with us, with the Zulu events. So I spoke with him and all that. But if you go back, even Busta Rhymes, all these people say Puerto Ricans and blacks, bro. Look at all the old school hip hop groups. You know what I'm saying? It's Puerto Ricans and blacks, bro. We started this shit. I don't know why it's turning into a race issue now. You know what I'm saying? They're like Puerto Ricans ain't had nothing to do with it. But yeah, from mambo to hip hop, go watch that. You know what I'm saying? Go watch that, bro. For sure. My man said I've been going to the Park Jam since 1977. You heard? I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 79. You know what I mean? We all know, though. We all know. You know what I mean? We all know. But like, again, it's like coming to a race thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming to a racial thing, man. A division. See, one thing about hip hop, y'all don't realize. This is why they put Charleston white goofy ass as a plant. This is why. This is why I think. This is my own narrative that I'm making up. You know what I mean? Tariq started it. Tariq Nasheed's walking around. What I do? Hold on. How you check this shit? I ain't get to read the comment that fast. Oh, there it goes. Walking around with the initials of the deadly virus. Huh. This is why, hold up, let me finish what I was saying. They, man, this lady gave me the old ass glass coat. Hip hop. Hip hop is dangerous. Hip hop came out, right? And it was like, that shit's a fad. Facts. Hip hop's the death for Eazy-E. Hip hop was like, this shit's a fad. This is not gonna last. This is gonna go away. This and that. And there was a time in hip hop where it was like fading away. Talking about in the 80s. It was like fading away. And then the freestyle music came out. And the freestyle music was kind of infused with the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The y'all call it down south, y'all call it roller skating ring music. You know what I'm saying? But in New York, we call it freestyle music, Latin freestyle. So it kind of carried the hip hop as it was fading away, but it came back. Hip hop came back, so it helped it. You know what I'm saying? So when it came back, hip hop ended up spreading. Hip hop was a culture that they didn't believe was not gonna last. It was from the have-nots. It was from the broke people in the projects, breakdancing and doing graffiti, and you know what I'm saying. So once it reached different plateaus, facts, Rocksteady Crew did take hip hop around the world. Once it spread around the world, and they started seeing different races. We ain't see race in hip hop. We ain't see race. This is sort of a reason why the Universal Zulu Nation had Universal in their name. Because it was all over the world. When Zulu Nation, before this Bambaataa bullshit, when Zulu Nation was thriving, you had like 400 chapters all over the world. You still have a lot of chapters overseas, like Colombia and all these different places that are still repping Universal Zulu Nation, because they do not know. These people never met really Bam like that. They don't know these cats in New York. They don't know Pepsi, and they don't know all these people Ahmed and all them. They don't know them. You know what I'm saying? They just spread all over the world. The influence of hip hop. So you got a Cambodian breakdancer. You got a Cambodian graffiti writer. You got a Chinese China Mac rapper. You know what I'm saying? You got Africans in New York that's rapping. You got Russians that's rapping. You know what I'm saying? You got all these people from all different backgrounds and different life forms and different places that cannot communicate in the same language, but yet they can communicate through music, through beats. Crazy Legs is a legend, but Crazy Legs also has sexual issues come up with the whole shit, with the chicks that came out and spoke against him. You know what I'm saying? With him doing some old bullshit. I guess he was trying to forcefully do things with girls and use his position to get sexual stuff out of girls and, you know, stuff like that. So I did a video on it. It's on here too. But he has a lot of accusations, Crazy Legs as well. And you know, he grew up around Bam and all of them. So a lot of these older cats, they protecting Bam. but really a lot of them, they allowed a lot of shit to go on. So they're protecting themselves, really. You can't. Y'all know, man. If I'm chilling with somebody and I know he's molesting kids, and y'all still chilling with this nigga, y'all worse. Y'all worse than him. Y'all the same. Y'all the same. Birds of a feather. But hip hop was dangerous because of that. It's the only genre. Nah, he's not a registered sex offender, but he had some people come out on him, and they released like inboxes and stuff like that he was sending them and stuff, and a whole bunch of stuff. And Crazy Legs went on IG. If you look back, he went on IG and he apologized and he issued an apology and all that type of stuff. I think he was even gonna step down from a Rocksteady crew, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if he did or not. But yeah, he apologized. So you know, he admitted it and apologized. Same thing Bam did. See, when people say, when Hassan said Bam apologized, it's true, because I know somebody that was there. I know somebody that was doing security that night. You understand what I'm saying? And he apologized and was supposed to step down, but he never did. But these government, listen, hip hop is the only genre of music you're gonna see this, bro. You're gonna see different race of people unified. Where I watched the video where I want to say it was Gaza and Iraq. I don't know, but it's Gaza, Iraq, Kuwait, one of them. But I know it was Gaza, and I don't know if it was Iraq. But them two places, they're like right next to each other, but they're at war, and they can't communicate with each other or nothing like that. These are the older heads. These people are dropping bombs. One of the girls that was rapping, her brother threw a rock. He threw a rock at a tank, and they gave him 10 years in prison over there for throwing a rock at a tank. It ain't gonna do no damage to the tank. So these people are in war and distress over there. The older heads, the younger kids, they were showing their music selection: Tupac, Biggie, all the old school 90s, Wu-Tang, all that. And they was doing music. And they was doing music with the other side that they're at war with their kids. The kids are doing music together. The older heads are trying to kill each other. If the kids get caught doing music and songs together, hip hop, rap, they will be killed. Their families will kill them. Think how deep that is. Think how much love they have for hip hop. They love hip hop so much, they're willing to do a feature with the other side. They don't see no beef, no war. They just see the music, the love for the culture. And they're willing to put their lives on the line to do a song together. If they find out that they did that song together, they could kill them. That's how powerful hip hop was. The beats, the rhymes, the breakdancing, the graffiti. It was universal because it broke a language barrier. These people can't even communicate, but they could all be on the same song. They speak in different languages, but they could all be in the same song. Look at the song Kodak Black just did with Anuel and Yango Flow. You know what I'm saying? He's rapping in English and in Creole, and they rapping in Spanish. It doesn't matter. They don't really know each other what they're saying, only when they translate to each other what they're saying, but it brought them together. Hip hop's the only genre of music that has that. You don't see that in country music. You don't see no Haitian country music. Peace, 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 Blue. Peace and love. You don't see no Haitian country singers. You don't see no Chinese country singers, huh? You don't see no African country singers, Cambodian country singers. You see some black country singers and white, that's about it. You don't see no, you know what I'm saying, no other races. You don't see no Russian country singer in other countries. You don't see that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that in rock and roll really too much. Well, I won't say that. You do see a lot of different races in rock and roll too. But hip hop was the main one that brought all these different races together. Now, fast forward, you got Charleston White trying to put a flag saying this is only black people culture, this and that, and y'all trying to separate and divide. Why? Why are we going backwards? And he's from the South. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the South, the old heads, are racist. Black people down here are racist to black people. If you yellow, if you red, if you dark black, they're racist to each other. I've been down south 30 years, bro. When I moved here, there weren't no Puerto Ricans. When I moved here, the Puerto Ricans would beef with the blacks. They would beef with the blacks in the prison system. They would call us Wu-Tang and shit. Oh, y'all niggas from New York. Y'all Wu-Tang and whatever. And the cats from New York will call down south cats Bammers. Y'all some Bammers. So it was always an up north, down south issue when a lot of people from up north started moving down here to, I'm talking about in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So it was always like an up north, down south issue. And you see it, I don't know if any of y'all follow Orlando music, but Hot Boy and Glock 9, they from the west side of Orlando. But the east side of Orlando got a whole nother hip hop scene, like a New York hip hop scene. They got like a down south hip hop scene. You understand what I'm saying? It always been like, say I didn't see Puerto Rican and forgot. Of course. Man, there's a lot of people, bro, that's hip hop, that's in hip hop, that's Puerto Rican, that really don't claim that shit. You know what I mean? That nigga Fabulous is Dominican. Kevin Gates is Puerto Rican and black. Here's another thing. Speaking about Kevin Gates, I don't like the fact a lot of these rappers that's half Spanish, whether they Puerto Rican, Dominican, or whatever, they don't really rep that shit until they seen the Spanish market took off. The reggaeton scene, and they got mad millions of views and all that. Now all of a sudden, they want to rap verse in Spanish, or they want to try to do some Spanish shit and all that. I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because when niggas is saying shit like Puerto Ricans ain't had nothing to do with hip hop, y'all quiet than a motherfucker. Y'all ain't saying nothing. But when it comes to making money, oh, I'm gonna do a Spanish song so I can try to get some sales in Venezuela and all these other different places. There's money overseas. Now y'all Spanish. Nah, nigga. I don't respect that. But a lot of these rappers are half Spanish, especially in New York. That's what I'm saying. Like they say China Mac acting black. Nah, man, China Mac is acting like a New Yorker. It's a lot of New York people, but that's mixed, bro. Like I think AZ is even Dominican and black. We all grew up in the same area, bro. The Puerto Ricans and black. When I left Brooklyn, New York, I ain't see white people, bro. I ain't see white people till I came to Florida. I ain't see white people out there. The only white people we seen was in Bensonhurst. It was Italians. They're not white, they're Italians. But we ain't see white people like when I came to Florida. They got like KKK out here, bro. They got neighborhoods out here that have the crosses. The KKK represent, they got 2 white crosses and a yellow one in the middle. Big ass crosses, like 20 feet in the air. Whenever you ride in a neighborhood around here, you see that, you know KKK's in the area. That's like their logo or something. You know what I'm saying? For out here, for as long as I can remember. But even down here, I seen the difference. And you got a video of Fabulous. Did he say he's Spanish in the video? Cause I never heard Fabulous say that he's Spanish. I never heard Fabulous say he's Spanish. I might have missed it, but I never heard it. I think AZ is Dominican though. But there's a lot of mixed rappers, bro. Sometimes they're brought up with the other side of the family though. Like 6ix9ine. He's Puerto Rican and Mexican. Yesterday he was at that baseball game with the Mexican flag because he was raised by his mom and she's Mexican. His dad's Puerto Rican. So he take to the Mexican side. I understand all that, but you gotta rep both sides, man. You can't rep both sides when it's convenient for you, financially, or you finna get your ass beat. Now you want to be Puerto Rican because Puerto Ricans is deep in here. You know what I mean, or something like that. But yo, back what I was saying about when I moved down here, the Puerto Rican and the blacks, like in the system, in the jail system, I always had a New York accent out here. I mean, a New York accent to the people out here. But if I go to New York, they say I got a down south accent. You understand what I'm saying? I got a mixture of both. It's just the way I talk. So when you call a Puerto Rican out here a Chico, it was a term used by the blacks out here. They'll be like, oh, Chico, oh, pussy ass Chico, oh, that. So it became like in New York, when a nigga tell you suck my dick. When in Florida, if you call a Puerto Rican a Chico, that's like saying that. That's fighting words. You understand what I'm saying? So we got into a lot of fights in jail about that word. Because we were like, facts. That's facts. Yo, you see, he ain't do, hey, 6ix9ine ain't do no features with no Mexicans. You understand what I'm saying? But it's convenient for him to do features with Puerto Ricans. Because they was at the top of the charts. You know what I'm saying? What Mexican he did a song with? But so you called us a Chico, and we was ready to fight about that word. Cause to us that meant Mexican to us. Like, nigga, I ain't no Mexican. I ain't no Mexican. So we would take offense to it, and it would start a fight. 2023 is different now. Puerto Ricans established what it was. So they call us, they'll be like, hey, yo, papi, oh yeah, Bodie. Now the blacks out here call us Bodie. Now they understand. That whole situation was a wasted situation because a lot of people didn't have the knowledge of what was going on. So blacks and Puerto Ricans were fighting over the word Chico because Puerto Ricans was thinking they was calling us Mexicans, and we wasn't Mexicans, we Puerto Rican, and we was about to get it popping, and we're gonna get it popping every time you say that word. But in reality, the reality of the situation, a lot of people didn't know. When you do your research on things and you further investigate on things, you will understand. The first wave of Hispanics that was in jail out here were the Cubans. Y'all remember Scarface? When they're in that camp in Miami and they're trying to get their IDs to become citizens, and Manolo stabbed Revenga. He's like, Revenga! He stuck him up. He stabbed him up. Those Cubans were sent here from Fidel. That really happened. Those were all the criminals. Facts. What brings us together is Taino, Arawaks, and the Africans. So that I'm gonna tell you something about the Africans after this. That first wave of Cubans came to jail. Cubans be like, oh yeah, Chico. You know what I'm saying? That's how they talk. You know what I'm saying? They say Chico a lot. Yeah, well, I said it. All that, you know what I'm saying? But they, oh yeah, Chico. That's where the Chico word came from down here. But we thought they was calling us Mexicans. So we was beefing and fighting all over that. But the first wave of Hispanics to ever do time in the prison system in Florida was the Cubans. And they called each other Chico. Here come the Puerto Ricans. Now the Puerto Ricans is deep out here. Kissimmee is like Orlando. But it's not, nigga. You know what I mean? It's like Brooklyn and Queens. You know what I mean? But they're right next to each other. So Kissimmee's like little Puerto Rico. So's Orlando. Orlando, everything is mad Puerto Ricans out here. I think there might be more Puerto Ricans in New York. Nah, I'm capping. But it's close. There's mad Puerto Ricans out here. It's different. Like Kissimmee is all Puerto Ricans. Yes, the Cubans were oppressed and on survival mode. Yes, they was. But they were the first ones to go in the system out here. And they call each other Chico. So the blacks will hear that and they will call Hispanics Chico. We didn't know that when we got here. But now I do. Now, not all of us still don't know. A lot of us still don't know. But I grew up in the streets out here around a lot of blacks and Hispanics. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of blacks and Hispanics. Yeah, I think New York does got the highest. But Orlando's so in tune with Puerto Rico is crazy right now. Like, Orlando is like Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's getting they got so much stuff going on over here with PR tied in with the island is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But things is different now. They call Puerto Ricans Bodie. After all these years of fighting, things is different now. But with that same token, you talking about the Africans. I have people tell me that I can't say the word nigga. Bruh. I've been in prison out here. I've been in the blackest neighborhoods out here. Chilling. And I say nigga all day long. I've never been checked by nobody in person to tell me you can't say the word nigga. Because I just grew up around Puerto Ricans and blacks, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's it. What you want me to say? That's how we talk. So the whole shit is this. When people tell me that, I had some black people tell me that. Online, not in person. But I always respond with, I'm more of a nigga than you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Puerto Rican. And we represent our African side on a daily basis. Daily. Yeah, Fat Joe is hip hop. He's Puerto Rican and Cuban, yeah. On a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans, our instruments, our food, our dances, even in Santeria, the religion. If you go, everything we do is off African culture on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? But if you, I always use the Bob Marley shit for an example. If you go to a Spanish corner store, you're gonna see the congas, the instruments. You're gonna see all the instruments there. You're gonna see domino table. The domino table ain't got nothing to do with the African shit, but you're gonna see all the Spanish instruments in a gas station, in the Spanish store, any store you go to. You're gonna hear the music. You're gonna see the dances. You're gonna see the African culture in your face constantly. We rep that shit. When you go to a black American store, they got Bob Marley weed grinders, Bob Marley t-shirts. Bob Marley's not even a black American. He's a Jamaican. That's all y'all got. Y'all don't got no African culture when y'all go to y'all hood in the store. Maybe somebody in their house might have some African instruments or something, but when you go around the black community in their stores or anything, they really have nothing that represents that African culture. Just an observation, you know what I mean? But that's why I always say, like, we rep our African side more than the blacks do. I feel so. My great grandmother is 100% African. She was a slave on the island in Puerto Rico. The islands had slaves before the United States did. And the islands were the first ones to free themselves as well. The Haitians. But my great grandmother was 100% African and was a slave. If you my age, your great grandmother and you black was a African slave. So my great grandmother was an African slave and your great grandmother was an African slave. How the fuck I can't say nigga? Puerto Ricans is niggas too. My boy's pops, he served in Vietnam out here. They're the oldest and biggest family in Orlando. Black family in Orlando. Back when they was picking oranges out here, it was all orange fields. And they was one of the biggest families to go out there and do it. They called the Iron Man family. They're from Paramount. Anybody from Orlando, y'all know where Paramour's at? They from South Street over there. You know what I'm saying? The Iron Man family. Shout out to my dog Pico. But Pico's father, old man Pico, his father, he be like, you ain't nothing but a Puerto Rican nigga. That's what he used to tell me. Call me a Puerto Rican nigga all the time. He said, them people don't like you like they don't like us. You know what I'm saying? They don't like you like that. And he understood. He was in war with Puerto Ricans in his platoon. So he understood. But a lot of young generations don't understand. And a lot of people don't want to do their diligence and research and all that. So they just feel like, you know, they can just say things and not research it. But yeah, that's why I think Charleston White was implanted to cause a division in hip hop. Race wise. You know what I mean? Because you coming out here with all this racist shit all of a sudden. He said, fuck the Mexicans. Mexicans ain't shit. This and that. Then what happened? He started talking shit about Jay Prince Jr. Then he put up a video saying he brought some Mexican security from Mexico. The man said Mexicans don't want no smoke with black people. Right? In his videos, Mexicans don't want no smoke with black people. Y'all Mexicans this and that, blah, blah. Mexicans ain't shit. Mexicans, blah, blah. He was disrespecting the whole Mexican race. He lives in Texas. A lot of Mexicans out there. So he's disrespecting the whole Mexican race. He's beefing, talking shit, selling out. Fuck the Mexicans. Mexicans ain't shit. They stink. All this shit, right? Now, he gets into beef with Jay Prince Jr. and Jay Prince and starts selling them out. And what did he say? Oh, I want to got some Mexicans from Mexico for my security. Mexicans ain't shit. You want to beef with them, but you're getting them to protect you against your own black kind that you talking shit about too. You just divide and conquer. Your industry plant and you divide and conquer. That's it. You keep mentioning the police too much, the feds and this and that. Excuse me, you putting out all these guns on camera, but you was convicted for a murder. How that works out. Everybody say it's because he was a juvenile. I don't know, bro. Murder's murder. It's some charges that don't have a statute of limitation. Murder is one of them. Rape, violation of probation, all them charges don't have statute of limitations. So, how can you buy a gun if you was arrested for murder and you did time for it? Even though you was a juvenile. One time, the man grabbing himself and put his dick on the camera, like grabbing himself and shit. And he's like, yeah, I'm like, yo, this dude's like on some sexual predator shit, bro. Then he came out and said he raped white women. Hassan said, fuck that, I can't deal with this nigga. Not him and Hassan beefing. Then he said he's gonna stick his dick in Math Hoffa's door. Like, come on, man. And y'all still rocking with this dude? Y'all still believe that this is a character? Now he's going after the Asian community. Yeah, I don't know how you got that Second Amendment. He had a murder charge. But you running around with all these guns. I don't get it. Murder is murder. I don't care how old you was. If you got a murder charge, I'm pretty sure that shit's always gonna pop up. It might be because he was juvenile, still you can't see it and all that, but when you're dealing with the feds and you go buy a gun, they do a federal background check on your ass. Not only them, it's like all the agencies. When you go get a gun out the store, my pops got a CDL. My pops could carry. You know what I'm saying? My sister getting her, like all my family they carry. You know what I'm saying? They got their CDLs. When you go to get your gun license, the background checks they do is not just the feds. It's a whole bunch of different agencies. They do background checks on you. They're gonna pull that shit up, bro. They're like, man, this man was a murder. This man had a murder charge when he was yeah. I did a video on Hassan. Said Hassan suspect. My boy said, oh, let me see what this. How the fuck did I do that? Oh, here we go. He said Hassan is suspect for taking pictures with African Bambaataa as an adult. And I put up a video and I said, they was asking me that in the video. Like, I don't know Hassan. I talked to Hassan a couple of times on IG. That's it, but I don't know him. They asked me why he's taking pictures. People get on here and they start yelling at you. Like you got all the answers and shit, nigga. First of all, I'm in Florida. I got my own. I ain't got my Zulu ID with me, but I'll show you. I had a dude come in and say that I wasn't even a Zulu. I had a dude come on here and say Bambaataa molested me. I never even met Bambaataa. But in that video, I said, I can't explain why Hassan was grown still hanging around somebody that molested him. Because let me throw this out, because all of us, we ain't stupid, bro. People ain't stupid. You can't tell. Nah, brother. Bambaataa is a rapist, bro. Let me throw this out. I'm gonna tell you now. Hold up. I need to smoke something. Bambaataa is a rapist. This is what I was saying. I can't explain why Hassan was a grown man hanging around African Bambaataa after the man molested you. The man molested you as a kid. You're older now. You know that that's wrong. And you still hanging around this nigga? So, being that I was in the Zulu Nation, I had a dude comment on this. Damn, nigga, I'm a same Benz wagon. I had a dude comment on my video the other day. Tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to do research. Listen, I was in the Zulu Nation. Not only I was in the Zulu Nation, I'm a Zulu King. Not only was I a Zulu King, I was the president of a chapter in Orlando. I was president of the Orlando Zulus. So I was the head of the chapter. I was in tune with all the leaders. Supreme World Council, we had a talk. We had to have meetings. Everything that I did, my meetings and everything I did in Orlando was typed up, was tracked. Everything that we was talking about was documented. Anybody that tried to come into my chapter had to go under I had them under a review for a certain amount of days. All kinds of shit. Shit was like legit shit. Why would so he was like, yo, you don't know. Bro, I know people other than Hassan Campbell that Bam has touched, bro. It's not just Hassan. Little Haas X. Hey, my dog said Little Haas X. Hey, that's the first time I heard that shit. I always hear Hassan Campbell was in a relationship with African Bambaataa because he doesn't take him to court, and if he did it, he had a chance. Speak on it in the museum protest. Earl that Lawrence. Word, speak on in the museum. Yeah, Hassan is supposedly testifying on behalf of the John Doe. There's a guy named John Doe that's taking Bam to court. And John Doe's a girl. Oh, you're a female. My bad. I'm sorry, love. You a girl. I thought you said John Doe was like, hell no, because Bam don't like no girls. Hey, but I don't want to put these cats' names out there, but I know people personally, like I know them that this happened to. One of them passed away not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? One of them passed away not too long ago. But it's a lot of people that didn't want to come out. See how Hassan came out and they came out and said stuff? There's people that we know personally that this happened to that ain't come out yet. And I know them personally. So it's not just Hassan. And I did a video on that and I was saying, you know, about the whole situation, that it's not just Hassan. So Hassan's not lying. Now, why was he still with Bam after the shit took place? I cannot tell you that, bro. I wouldn't be with Bam. I know that. If Bam molested me when I was younger and I got older and I knew that shit wasn't right and whatever it is, I'm not gonna hang around that dude. And it's gonna be smoke. It's gonna be smoke. You know what I'm saying? And not to like I said, I heard, man, what I did with my motherfucking, I heard within the Zulus, within our own community, that Hassan used to rap. I don't know if this is true, but supposedly Hassan was promised some things in the music industry that didn't come forth, and that's why he ended up coming out on Bam. They said him and Bam was in a relationship, allegedly, and that he was signed, like he was like gonna get like a record deal or something, which is why he was on the cover of a Tribe Called Quest's album. He was on the cover of Tribe Called Quest's album. So that's why I was like, yo, why is he on the cover of the album? I knew about that shit before all this shit really hit the fan. If you go back and look at my video to date, and you look at the video when Hassan started talking about the album cover, I already have been talking about it. So I was like, yo, why is this nigga on the album cover of Tribe Called Quest? This nigga don't rap. And it came to find out that he was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, gonna get a deal or something, and then they lied to him. I don't know. But yeah, I can't say why would Hassan be with shit went on my nose. It's that Riddler. Why Hassan is with Bam Bada when he's grown, when the man molested you? It don't make no goddamn sense. I understand, bro. Trust me. Everybody come at me like I'm defending the nigga and all that. I'm just stating the obvious. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of the adults made a lot of. I'm big mad if adults let African Bambaataa music, even James Brown, African Bambaataa is big. Hey, African Bambaataa is one of the gatekeeper of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? That shit broke my heart when that shit came out. I resigned from the Zulu Nation and I helped Zulu King Rob L1. He put us down in his chapter. They're recreating the Zulu Union. All the old Zulus that do not support pedophilia and Bambaataa and all that, they started the Zulu Union, and that's what they doing now. All that money that they was paying dues for every month, people was paying dues and sending it to New York was for that museum, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was for that museum. That came off for the chapters from Zulu Nation, paying their dues and sending money up north to New York. You know what I'm saying? Paying their dues, their monthly dues, and they was taking that money and putting it towards that museum. And then now I seen Layla Wells put out a video. I didn't finish watching the whole video, but I started watching it. Somebody sent it to me. I got an interview I got to do with somebody. I couldn't do it, so I'm probably gonna do it within this next week. So I gotta set up a date, and they speaking about your boy Ronald Savage. You know what I'm saying? They speaking out on your boy Ronald Savage. But what I can say is this. I had an ex-girlfriend that was molested by her father. And she said her mother knew about it. And she hated it. She would always tell me, like, you could tell she had a real ill resentment towards her mom and her dad. She had a daughter. My ex used to cut herself. Right? And she had a daughter. And she leaves her daughter to live with her father and her mother. That's who raised her daughter. Her father and her mother. So one day I'm in the car. And her daughter had you know, like some little shorts on or whatever. She had some shorts on. And she's sitting in the back seat and we talking, and I turn around and I look. And when I turn around and look, you can see in the inside of her leg, she was cutting herself. I ain't say nothing. So I'm like, damn, shorty's cutting herself. Her daughter likes girls now. She's lesbian or whatever. She got a girlfriend or whatever. But her daughter had cuts in the inside of her legs. And my ex used to cut herself. And I was like, damn. So why? And in my head, I told her, I said, yo, if your dad did all this to you, why the fuck would you leave your daughter with him? So that kind of thing I get from Hassan, kind of the same vibe. Like, why would you be with Bambaataa if he molested you? Why would you keep going back? Why would you hang out with this nigga? Why you got pictures with him when he was grown? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the Zulu Nation was big. Y'all realize a lot of people was around Zulu Nation. A lot of, man, LL was Zulu, Mos Def Zulu, Mortal Technique, Queen Latifah, Ice-T, Ice Cube, and to be a young cat around all these celebrities back then and all that. You know what I'm saying? It probably was easy for Bambaataa to influence these kids. You know what I'm saying? It was easy for Bam to influence these kids and get in their draws and all that. But do believe Hassan was not the only one. Why Hassan was with him still, I can't tell you, bro. I don't know, man. You gotta ask Haas that, bro. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't be like, that's just some weird shit, dog. Like, man, this man's been molesting you this whole time. You've been hanging out with him after, well, you said, let's say the molestation stopped at some point. Why the hell you still hanging around this nigga? You gotta look him in his face every day and think about all the shit he did to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you put in videos that you can't even get oral sex from a woman because you picture Bambaataa's fat, greasy ass on you. So it affected you that much. Why is you still hanging around this guy, bro? Because he got money? Because he was paying your bills? Because that's what everybody was saying. Oh, he was paying Hodges' bills and taking care of the dogs and some shit like that. So, you know, some people say they was in a relationship together. I can't call it. I don't know. I wasn't there. But it does look suspect as fuck. I'll tell you that. It look weird, dog. It's like, what's going on? I'm not gonna be around nobody. Yeah, nah, Zulu Nation in the early in the 80s, they was huge, bro. They was huge, bro. Very one of the biggest families there is for the culture of hip hop. It is the first family of culture of hip hop, one of the biggest, strongest, most influential. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for a man like that to gather up these kids when they see all these famous people around them and their projects in the hood. You got all these famous people around, you got all this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a part of it. So Bam will bring them kids and do his thing. And a lot of them cats that Hassan's telling you that was killers, that Bam molested, bro, it's for real, bro. Them boys was really killing shit, and them boys was really molested by Bambaataa. It wasn't just Haas, bro. It's just Haas came out and spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other cats are not gonna speak on it. Cause it's like embarrassing, bro. Imagine you a killer and you got a reputation for being a killer, all tough guy, you know what I'm saying? Your reputation to be a tough guy killer all over the fucking city. And then you gotta come out and say that you've been molested. Excuse me. By Bambaataa. The dudes group that you represent the most. And I know a lot of people still rep Universal Zulu Nation because a lot of people put in a lot of work behind the UZN. I did work out here. I did events, B-Boys for Toys. I did events out here that was we do a breakdancing event, my boys barbershop battles. We had Solo 183 DJing, you know what I'm saying, from TBB. We had Abby being a judge from TBB. We had Zulus from Tampa, Miami, Orlando come down. We was over here doing our shit, man. And we'll take it to the children's hospital for the kids with cancers. I got papers from the hospital that I can show you where they'll make thanking me, congratulating me and all that for donating, you know what I'm saying, for the kids with cancer. Now, once Bambaataa's accusations came out, I just stopped dealing with kids. You know what I'm saying? Because when I took over the chapter for Orlando, that wasn't my mission statement anyway. That's not why I joined. I joined to try to get the teenagers out the street. The kids that's already in trouble with the law. The kids that could rap, or you know what I'm saying, they could do some kind of art, draw or something, but they don't know how to get their talent out there, how to utilize it. You know what I mean? So I try to get those kids. You know what I'm saying? So they're older. I didn't want to be around no more children because of that whole BAM shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people put in work in the community, and they put a lot of their life, chunks of their lives in this shit, bro. 20, 30 years being a Zulu, you know what I'm saying? 40 years being a Zulu, putting in work. And then for this to happen, is like, so that's who they are, who they was, and they still hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of understand certain things about that. You know what I'm saying? From the Charlie Chase, and I know about hip hop. I gotta go. Have a great day. My channel receipts from Charlie Chase, and I know about hip hop. Word, boy. These guys help create hip hop for sure. I'm gonna check the channel out. Love. What is it, love? I don't know if I can keep these comments on here, but type in the name of your channel. I want to check those receipts out for sure. Peace, man. You have a good day too. Hey, but I forgot what I was saying. It's because it's my smoke break. Yeah, I got to smoke. Yeah. Damn, I lost my train of thought. What the hell I was talking about? But yeah, a lot of people put a lot of time of their life into this shit, and they still hold on to it. But me, I had to let that go. I mean, we do Zulu Union. I help Zulu Union, whatever they need. They know I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be doing the meetings and all that shit and all that like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the cats, you never know who's infiltrating. You know, a lot of the cats still out from New York. They still from New York, and they still older heads that's in tune with a lot of these people, and you never know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So I just deal with Florida. I just deal with my chapter. I just deal with Orlando. I don't respond to New York or none of that. You know what I mean? We ain't sending no money nowhere. None of that. You know what I mean? So but it is messed up because people put in a lot of time and effort into this to get it like snatched off. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave Zulu Nation is like, damn. Now what? You know what I mean? We don't put in all this work and did all this. This is our brand. Now what? Now what we gonna do? You feel me? So I kind of understand that why they do, but I don't, because all that work and all that shit y'all put in doesn't outweigh the fact that that man is a pedophile, and we know it. The Zulus know it. Whether let's say this, Africa Bambaataa and Hassan Campbell was in a relationship. Let's say that, right? What about the other hundreds of kids that he molested? What about them? Were they in a relationship too? You know what I'm saying? So it's just not Haas. There's other people, bro. Haas is just the one that spoke out on it, and so did Ronald Savage, which I got something for y'all on that. You know what I'm saying? I got something for y'all on that. I got to do that interview. And when I do that interview, I'm going to let the individual say what they got to say. You You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let them say what they gotta say. I ain't saying nothing about them because I don't know around them. But they're gonna tell you some stuff about them too. All them dudes was creeps, bro. You gotta realize all them dudes was pedophiles. All them dudes knew this nigga was a pedophile and y'all protecting him. You're a creep. You're protecting the pedophile. Instead of throwing him to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that Tito Puente was playing congas on one of the first hip-hop songs. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to talk about all that. But yeah, they if you protecting this man and y'all know what he's doing, you just a pedophile too, man. And I can't support that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't care. Since I got on YouTube, y'all go watch my videos. I don't care, nigga. Who's the killer? Y'all not the only killers. You know what I'm saying? The TC Islam came out, was talking about it. Then he did an interview with Layla Wells, and then he got killed like 2-3 weeks after that or something like that. But y'all ain't the only killers, bro. Y'all ain't the only ones with guns. They didn't stop making guns when you got them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we get it in too. I don't gotta yell, scream, get loud, spit at the camera. It's not my style. But we get live too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about that. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And I don't support no elders. I don't care what rank you was in the Zulu Nation. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't support it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I'm in Orlando. I'll be outside all the time. But it's whatever. And they be out here. They send people out here all the time. You know what I'm saying? People hit me up from the G family all the time. They come out here. What's up? We link up. We cool. They know what time it is with me. I know what time it is with them. So as soon as they touch down, they hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't know that. Curtis Blow's hottest hit. These are the breaks. With Jimmy Delgado playing on timbales. Yeah, I didn't know that one. Yeah, you can't erase Puerto Ricans from the hip hop. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not supporting none of that. You know, and a lot of the older heads got mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because a situation happened out here. You had some people that stepped off of Zulu Nation, and then when the Bambaataa scandal, I took over. Then when Bambaataa scandal blew up, they tried to come back in. You know what I mean? And they started throwing events with the Zulu Nation logo on it, and I shut that shit down. So then the cats from New York hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was Righteous. Hit my boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Talking greasy, bro. Like you don't want some threatening shit. Like they gonna come to Orlando and all that. So I told them to pull up, nigga. Pull up, nigga. Cause I guarantee you, you're not gonna leave Orlando, bro. You're not the only ones. Pull up. What happened? They called and apologized. Yo, tell the brother I said I'm sorry. It was a misunderstanding. I don't support none of that shit, bro. If you standing next to Bam when he was doing that shit, go stand with him now. And stay there. And wave that pedophile flag around, the pedochomo flag. Because we don't rep that. You know what I'm saying? Never. I'm a convict. I've done 10 years in and out the system. We don't like pedophiles. Then you want to act like you for the youth? Charleston White should join the Zulu Nation. Charleston, go join the Zulu Nation, bro. You want to act like you for the youth, but you want to be a pedophile. Go ride around with a trunk full of bunny rabbits, nigga. Pulling up to the kids' parks. Shit. That's what y'all on. I ain't on that. And the old heads that didn't do nothing about Bambaataa back then, stay with them. Y'all ain't do nothing about it back then. Why you acting like you gonna do something now? Because the spotlight's on y'all. Now y'all want to act like, yeah, we trying to get him to step down back then when Haas came out. Y'all wasn't none of shit. Y'all was just protecting the situation and hiding Bam. Y'all pedophiles too. That's why that John Doe taking him to the court, the whole Zulu Nation and Bambaataa. But finna go check my dog out real quick, man. You heard? And I just wanted to hit y'all with this live real quick. I'll probably come back on a little later. See what it is, man. Man, y'all enjoy y'all Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there. Stay dangerous. There's a lot of crazy things going on out here in this world, you heard? So keep your eyes and ears open. It's your boys, Little King Street Fame 407. Y'all know what it is. We all gas, no brakes. If you ain't gonna be good, be safe, you heard?